Welcome everyone. Welcome to our grade 8 mathematics lesson. I'm your teacher, Mr. Schizia. Okay, and today we are going to be looking at a very simple and interesting topic. I hope you will enjoy as much as I will do. Okay, so today we are going to be interpreting set builders notation under our topic sets. Okay, so before we start interpreting set builders notation, it is important for you and I to take note of the keywords which I'm going to be using under this discussion. Firstly, it is important for you and me to get the meaning of sets. What do sets really mean? Okay, so a set is simply a well-defined collection of objects or things. Okay, so when we say things, we are referring to, it can be a letter, it can be a number, but it should be well defined. Okay, so let's take, for instance, we have set A. Okay, so if you look at this set which I have here, we have set A having number 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay, so if you look at this set is well defined because you can see that these numbers which you have inside here are even numbers. So we can say that set A is a set of even numbers from 2 to 8. Okay, so this my set here is a well-defined set. Okay, so each member of a set is called an element of that set. Let's take, for instance, my set A. In set A, I have 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay, so in this set, the 2 here is a member of set A. So this 2 is an element of set A. Same applies to 4. 4 is also a member of set A. So we can say 4 is an element of set A. So to 6 is a member of set A. We can say 6 is an element of set A. So same applies to 8. 8 is an element of set A. Okay, so each member of a set is called an element of that set. Okay, so you can find a set by describing what is inside that set, and we refer this to a set builder notation. So we can define a set builder notation as a shorthand of describing a set. So a set builder notation is a short hand of describing a set. Okay, so this is a shorthand of describing a set. Let's take, for instance, we have set D Okay, so set D is telling us that x is such that x is less or equal to 4. So the way I've written here, it is called a set builder notation. We are describing what is in a set by just using a shorthand. So this is a shorthand of describing what is inside this set, our set D. Okay, instead of listing all the numbers which are less or equal to 4, we can just use a shorthand as I've done here. We are saying x is such that x is less or equal to 4. Okay, so from my set builder notation here, let's just try to pick some of the symbols used so that you understand them. Okay, so you can see that we have these symbols here. So this symbol denotes a set of. Okay, so always when you see this symbol, just know that it represents a set of. Okay, then we have this. Okay, in English we call this a full colon, but in mathematics, under this topic, this refers to such that. Okay, so when you look at my set D, x is less or equal to 4. So this number 4 here is the one which is limiting us. Okay, so this 4 here is the condition. So in this case, this 4 here is the condition which you have been given. Okay, so let's try to interpret the following. Let's look at an example in interpreting set builders notation. Okay, so we have set C. Okay, so here I have set C, and set C is saying x is such that x is less or equal to 7, and x is a member of natural numbers. So what you should be doing here when I tell you to interpret such a set builder notation, you should say set C is set C is a set of all x's such that x here is less or equal to 7, and x is a natural number. Okay, so this symbol here is the symbol for natural numbers. Okay, so each time I ask you to interpret a set builder notation of this format, you should always say, like for example, our set C, you should say set C is a set of all x. So this x here is a set of all x such that the very x is less, so this is the condition here, is less or equal to 7, and you have been told further that x is a member of the natural numbers. So if you want to list, you can list all the natural numbers which are less than 7. Okay, so let's look at another example. So let's look at this example. We have x Okay, so we have this set. So if I tell you to describe this set, here we have x such that 2 is less than x and x is less than 9, and you have been further told that x is a member of integers. So what you should be doing here, you should just write it as this set shows set of OX such that x is greater than 2 and x is less than 9. Okay, so x, so this is a set of OX such that this x 2 is less than x and this x is again less than 9. So what you should be doing is just simply to write it as set of OX such that x is greater than 2 and x is less than 9. And you have been further told that x is a member of integers. Okay, so this condition which have been given here, 2 less than x and x less than 9, you can say this x, you can separate this, so this will be 2 less than x. Okay, so when I have 2 less than x, it means that this x here is greater than 9. Okay, and if I pick this, I'm going to say x less than 9. So I can write it as x is less than 9. Okay, here x is greater than 2. Okay, so I can say that x is greater than 2 but less than 9. So here where I used and, you can say, you can use also but. Okay, so you can write it as set of OX such that x is greater than 2 but x is less than 9. Okay, and you have been given here, you have been told that x is a member of integers. So this is a symbol for integers. Okay, so let's look at the last example. Then thereafter, I'll give you an activity which you work on. Let's take, for instance, we have set D Okay, so we have set D And in this set, we are saying x is such that 3 is less or equal to 5. 3 is less or equal to x, and x is less or equal to 5. And we have been further told that x is a member of integers. Okay, so you can write this set as set D is a set of all x such that 3 is less or equal to x and x is less or equal to 5. Then you have been told that x is a member of integers and x is a member of integers. Okay, so when I ask you a question to interpret a set builder notation, like in this case, we had set D, you have to be writing it in this form. So this set D is a set of all x, this x, such that 3 is less or equal to x, and this x is less or equal to 5. And you have been taught also that the very x is a member of integers. So you should write it in this format. Set D is a set of all x such that 3 is less or equal to x and x is less or equal to 5. And the very x is a member of integers. Okay, so if you want, you can list the integers which are between 3 and 5. So if you list those integers, then you are talking about your set D. Okay, so having looked at the examples, I want to give you an activity which you are going to work on, and when we meet next, we are going to discuss about it. So the following question is your activity. So I want you to read the following set builder notations. So A, you have x Okay, so the three questions, I want you to read the following set builders notations. So we have A, B, and C. So So this is your activity. When we meet next, we are going to discuss about this activity. Bye for now.